In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to download the files for project number 4 because there's a lot of code that's provided for you. It's a really cool project, but it's too big for you to write by yourself. And it also gives you the experience of looking at somebody else's code and trying to figure out what it does. And that's a really, really valuable skill to have as a developer because usually you're not just the only one working on your project. Usually you're collaborating with other people, so someone else will have written part of the project, and your job is to fill in the extra pieces. So I'm starting here on Canvas in the assignments area, and I'm going to sort by the type so that it's easy for me to find the project. Scrolling, looking for the projects. We're doing individual project number 4, and all 4 of the project assignments have the same code linked into them, so you can pick any of those that you want. And then in there, it has a link that says, here's all the files that you need. You want to download those. Just clicking on it downloads them. And that's going to put them in my downloads folder. So I'm going to go over to downloads, and here's my file battleship.zip. So I'm just going to double click on that, and it's going to open right up. It makes a battleship folder. That's what I need in order to import it into IntelliJ. So the next thing I'm going to do is go over to IntelliJ, and I want to open this battleship folder. So I'm going to say File, Open. And actually, let me close this project that I have open right now because that'll take you back to like the original screen. So if you want to open a project, you choose Open. And then I'm going to the Downloads folder, and then I need to scroll for Battleship. I'm looking for my Battleship directory. And so I want the one, I want to make sure I get the right one that's in the downloads folder because I have like a whole bunch of these on my computer. You'll only have one, so it'll be easier for you to find. Battleship. It's a capital B. Here it is at 9:51 p.m. That's right now. Okay, so I'm going to choose the one, and again, you're not going to have 500 different Battleship programs, so it'll be simpler for you to find, but you want to go to the Battleship folder, has a capital B on it, and then click Open, and it's going to open it up. Now, sometimes it looks a little bit funny when it opens it. It has this gray screen here, but don't panic about that. All of your files are in here. You just need to click on them over here in the source area. So this project has a Battleship folder, and then inside that it has a players folder. The players folder has these 2 files in it, Battleship Player and J. Smith Battleship Player. You only need the J. Smith Battleship Player. You don't have to worry about the Battleship Player at all. That's just code that kind of supports everything that's going on. You also have this board class that stores information about a game board. It's worth reading through that, especially the comments that are in there, but you don't have to change anything about the board file. Don't touch that. And then finally, there's a Battleship Tester class, and that is where your main method resides. So that's what's going to actually run when you run this project. And in here, you can read through it. It creates 2 different Battleship players. Both of them are going to be you. When you write this project, you'll be playing yourself. But then later on, after you turn it in, I'll have code that makes it so that your code plays another person's code, so you can head off against each other. But for your testing purposes, you only ever have to have your code playing your code. So you make 2 Battleship players, and then it runs through a series of Battleship games and determines who wins each of the games. You could add something like a score count or something in here to keep track of like who wins. My code already has that in there, but I just kept it simple for you folks. And then inside this loop, that's everything it needs in order to play one game of Battleship. And so when you go to build your program, I think in the download directions, it says you have to do like a lot of extra configuration. For me, I just had to go to the run menu and it'll compile. Now your code's not complete as given to you. You have to change some information in the Battleship player class. You need to complete the methods that are included there. that are described in the assignment itself. You want to complete hide chips, go, and also reset. Those are the 3 methods that are part of that class. And so it's not going to compile until you at least fill in the hide chips method, because it's expecting a return value. But if you get this far where you can download all of them, you can compile, and it tells you that your hide chips method is missing a return statement, that means you are good to go to start reading through the code and answering the questions for the project plan this week.